Hi everyone, Steven here with etrailer. Today we're looking at our B&W Continuum weight distribution system with built-in sway control for underslung couplers. Now folks, we carry these in both 2-inch shank options and 2.5-inch shank options, and I'll get more into those specifics later on. Now what is weight distribution? Well, it's going to fix your uneven loads, give you a smoother ride, and it's very crucial for being safe out there on the road. So taking a look at this closer, basically the weight distribution is going to be set up along the trailer frame like you see here. In this case, we have an underslung coupler, which means it's down below versus on top like standard couplers. So this kit's made specifically for that. So make sure you know which style of coupler you have and you're getting the correct one for your style. And the tongue weight rating is the most important factor when determining which size weight distribution system you should use. In this case, the B&W, this kit works between 600 all the way up to 1,600 pounds of tongue weight. So with this kit, you have that far range of flexibility, which is really nice. It has a max gross trailer weight rating of 16,000 pounds. Now to determine the right weight rating for your rig, you want to make sure you get the weight of your trailer camper with gear fully loaded up and anything else that's added behind the rear axle of your tow vehicle. So let's say you put some gear in the back of your pickup truck or the back area of your Suburban or something like that. You want to make sure you're adding all that weight as well. Now, once you get your trailer hooked up, in this case, this system's really simple. A lot of systems use spring bars that go across the side of the frame. They're usually getting in the way of stuff. So if you have propane tanks, battery boxes, a jack like we have here today, some of that stuff can get in the way. With this kit, it's really flexible and all the bars are down here underneath. So with this system, you'd obviously have your jack down, get everything level. Once you get everything hooked up, then you would release the tension off the jack and you would be pumping this up. You want to make sure this control knobs are clockwise. And then the hydraulic fluid, if you watch down here, is going to simply make it so easy to level everything out and get to the correct height and the correct rating you need. So on this gauge, it's in PSI. You're going to make a note or a mental note of what this is whenever everything's the way you need it and it's riding perfect. That way you can always get back to that same setup whenever it's time to hook back up. And if you need to slowly remove some, you just simply turn this counterclockwise to take off some pressure. And then in this case, because I don't have all actual weight, we need to open it fully for you to get that to move. And it's going to release the hydraulic fluid, letting all the pressure back off. So it doesn't get any safer, easier than that. Again, the other styles, if you've seen them, they have spring bars. You got to get a bar and manipulate it up under pressure, and it could just be dangerous and sometimes painful if it pops out and hits you. So again, I like this because of that. It's hydraulic, it's out of the way. On the head here, you have a couple grease zerks that makes maintenance really quick and easy. And it's going to keep the head unit really greased up for your turns and everything. Now I'm going to spin this out of the way and we're going to talk about the different kits that we carry and what the differences are. And the difference is mainly the shank drops and the shank depth. So again, we have a bunch of different options, so make sure you're on the right product page, the correct one you need. Basically, the ones that have a bigger drop than the stock size, you're going to add a max of 3 inches of drop. And the longer shank options are going to give you 4 inches extra overall length on those shanks. And we do carry a bunch of different kits, like I mentioned, so I'll put them up on the screen for you. Again, these are kits, so you're going to get everything that I went over with at the beginning, as far as the bars, the head assembly, the shank, the hydraulic pump, everything's included. So that top left, standard shank, 2 inches. Below that, you got the extra drop option in 2-inch. And below that, you got the long extended shank in 2-inch. And on the right side, top right, you have the standard shank in a 2.5-inch hitch option. Then you got the extra drop length in a 2.5. And finally on the bottom right, the extra length in a 2.5-inch shank. So again, those are the differences. The main reason you're going to want a difference, again, maybe you have a Jeep or a Bronco with a spare tire back there, those full-size spare tires, you might need to get out past them, so you might need a longer shank. If you have propane tanks, different things like that, you might need to get out longer. A lot of trucks nowadays, the ride height is just naturally taller within the last 2 to 5 years. So a lot of these vehicles sit up taller, so you may need a deeper shank for that as well. Well, folks, I know we've gone over a lot of different information. I hope this has been helpful for you. As always, reach out to us if you need assistance with choosing the right one, or if you have any questions you need answered. I'm Steven with etrailer. Thanks so much and have a good one.